What is up everyone? I guess you clicked on this video because you're looking to make yourself some knife and glove combos that actually combine with the agent as well. If so, then you are in for a treat because in this video I will show you 12 knife glove agent combos that look absolutely amazing. And there is something for everyone. There's something for people who are on a strict budget, someone who can afford the mid-tier gloves and knives, and even someone who can afford high-tier knife and gloves. Okay, starting off, we have Sir Bloody Silent Daryl for 44 euros with smokeout gloves in field-tested condition, for 135 euros with float 0.25, and a Talon Damascus Steel in factory new condition for 280 euros. And as you can see, this combo looks absolutely amazing. We have the agent with the silver watch, which pairs really nicely with the Damascus Steel knife. Now the watch is a bit darker, but I really like this. Now obviously smokeout gloves, they have a silver that matches almost perfectly with the white handle, with the ivory handle of the Talon, and the black obviously matches really nicely with the Damascus Steel knife. As you can see, the Damascus Steel has this white and black. Take a look at this. Looks absolutely amazing. Now the agent is a bit expensive, I guess, but to be honest, I think it's well worth it because the watch really adds up to the whole combo and it looks pretty nice. So I would recommend this combo for people who like silvery finish. As you can see, you have a Talon. You can go for any Damascus Steel, but I think Talon is my favorite just because of the ivory handle. But again, any Damascus Steel works even if the handle is black. Next up, we have some kind of a brown combo. We have for the agent Loudmouth Daryl for 70 bucks, combined with Desert Shama gloves in minimal wear condition for around 100 euros, and a Stiletto Rust coat in Balskar condition for 110 euros. Now for the knife, you want to go for as high float as possible. In this case, I'm showing you with float around 0.5, so it's not that high float, but if you can find some that are very high float, just pick them, because the more brown it is, the better this combo looks. As for the agent, instead of the previous silver watch, now we have a brown watch, which obviously matches perfectly with the Rust coat. Of course, with the gloves, the brown parts match absolutely 1-to-1. Now again, I think this combo is very underrated because overall people don't really like stilettos, and even the Rust coats are not really liked because obviously they look like Rust coats. But if you like the color brown, I think this combo has some insane potential and it's not even that expensive. Now of course, if you don't like the stiletto, you can go for some other knives. Again, you need to go for high float Rust coat, but the point is the same. I just think stiletto fits really nicely with the overall picture, as the handle of the stiletto is also almost fully brown. Now if you have a black handle, I think it fits well also. It ruins the picture a little bit with the black handle, but still, you should get a knife that you like more. This is only my recommendation, and for a brown combo, I think it looks pretty good and it's not even that expensive. Up next, we have a golden combo. Specifically for the agent, we have Daryl the Strapped for 47 euros, combined with Omega gloves in field tested condition for around 300 euros with float 0.25, and the M9 Lore in field tested condition for around 460 euros with also float 0.25. Maybe you don't really like the M9 and it's a bit out of your budget. You can go for another knife, another Lore, but in my opinion, I think the M9 looks the best here because it's a beautiful knife, has a huge blade, really dominates the screen, which obviously helps the combo. Now for the agent, we have the golden watch, obviously pairs incredibly well with the Omega gloves. Now maybe you don't like Omega gloves, let's say you don't like them, you could go for Arid gloves. They are a bit more expensive, but I think Omega gloves are your best bet here, just because the silvery part of the gloves fits in really nicely with the glass of the watch. So yeah, I think this is a really good combo. If you like the M9, you like Lores, this is a must-get combo. Now it is a bit more expensive, but again, you're not really wasting your money here because you get a great agent, great gloves, and a great knife. Up next, we have Special Agent Ava for 21 euros, combined with Field Agent gloves in field tested condition for around 170 euros with float 0.25, and a Huntsman Blue Steel in minimal wear condition for around 120 euros. Now obviously for the agent, the Special Agent Ava, she has these dark blue sleeves which match almost 1-to-1 with these field agent gloves. So obviously for the knife, you need to pick a blue steel. I don't think what else matches really well with this. Maybe a Doppler, that's a big maybe. Doppler Marble Fade, it also works. Doppler or Marble Fade, it works, but I think the blue steel is it's single colored, so you don't have to worry about the colors here. I think it looks absolutely amazing. If you like the darker blue color of the blue steel, this is a must-get combo. And again, it's not that expensive. You could try going for a Marble Fade just because you have the blue and the yellow here. Up next, we have a creative green-themed Boreal Forest combo. And for the agent, we have the Operator FBI SWAT for 11 euros, combined with Racing Green gloves in minimal wear condition for around 140 euros, and a Talon Boreal Forest in minimal wear condition for around 200 euros. Now, as you can see, this is clearly a Boreal Forest themed combo. Now, the only thing that's a bit out of place is the knife because of the camo, but I think it looks fine. Take a look at this. You see the brown parts, like I guess the brown parts of the handle, they match 1-to-1 with the palms of the gloves. Now, the only thing that isn't matching is the blade, but again, you're getting a Talon. If you don't like the Talon, you can get another Boreal Forest knife, because I think Boreal Forest matches the best here. Forest DD pad is a bit different, and Safari Mesh is definitely a no-go for this. And I think it's a pretty creative combo, especially if you're on a really tight budget. Now, obviously, if you're on a tight budget, you won't get a Talon, you will get something else that's way more affordable. And just keep in mind, for the gloves, I chose minimal wear just because they look flawless. You could go for field testing and try to find a good float and a good pattern. Maybe you spare some money there, but I think minimal wear is your best option if you got money to buy it. Up next, we have another forest themed combo. I guess this is more of a camo combo overall. For the agent, we have the Tree Hugger Fairlow for 19 euros, combined with convoy gloves in well-worn condition for around 140 euros. And a Paracord Forest DD pad in minimal wear condition for just 50 bucks. Now, the reason why I chose the well-worn gloves is because for some reason, field tested and above are really expensive. They didn't used to be expensive, so I don't know why they're so expensive. Nobody uses these gloves, so it doesn't make sense for them to be this expensive. Now, I think this combo slaps. Obviously, if you take a look at the sleeves of the agent, they pair perfectly with these gloves. Now, I couldn't find better gloves to fit, as I said, and I think this slaps. As for the knife, it is just a little bit out of place, but you can't really go wrong here. Any camo knife works with this. You could go for Boreal Forest, of course, if you like Boreal Forest more. The pricing will be about the same. As for the knife, I picked the Paracord just because it's a clean knife. It's not big, looks clean, and it's not expensive, which is most important. Now, if you don't like the Paracord, you can get any other knife. And of course, I recommend this combo for people who like camo finishes. I don't really like the whole green Boreal Forest theme, so this is a bit different, and you should definitely get it if you like it. Up next, we have Resin the Ready for 8 euros with Resin the Red gloves in minimal wear condition for around 280 euros, and a gut knife Autotronic in minimal wear condition for just 100 euros. Now, I know it's a bit confusing. The agent is Resin the Ready and gloves are Resin the Red, so keep that in mind. And I think this combo, it looks okay. The knife is a bit out of place just because it's not the same color shading as the Autotronic. The gloves aren't, I mean, but I still think it's a decent combo. The gloves and the agent pair perfectly, which is what matters the most. Now, as I said, for the knife, you can go for something else. Maybe here, I don't know, a Slaughter could work, but it's still not the same color tone. So I think Autotronic is your best bet here. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you have a better choice, then comment down below, please, and we will discuss it. And yeah, I think this is a pretty decent combo if you're looking for kind of a red themed inventory, but you don't really have the budget to go for something crazy like rubies or crimson webs. And overall, it's a decent combo. If you want it and you like it, you should get it. Up next, we have an Outlaw themed combo. Starting off with the agent, we have the Maximus Saber for 8 euros with Bloodhound Char gloves in well-worn condition for around 130 euros and an Ursus Crimson Web in field testing condition for 125 euros. Now again, the gloves are well-worn just because they're for some reason field tested and above is extremely expensive, which again, they didn't used to be, but it is what it is. The knife, the Ursus, is practically flawless in field tested condition. Don't really see any scratches, and for such a cheap price, I think it's well worth it. Now, as you can see here, why I picked the Char gloves, you see the red part at the bottom, it pairs really nicely with the sleeves that this agent has. Looks absolutely amazing. And again, why an Outlaw themed? Well, the gloves look Outlaw themed, and the leather sleeves of the agent really fit in nicely with the whole team. Now, as for the knife, obviously a Crimson Web is your best bet here. I don't think there's anything better that pairs even remotely close. And again, if you don't like the knife, you can get another Crimson Web, but I think this is your best choice in terms of budget versus looks. So I recommend this combo for people who really want a red themed inventory but want something incredibly creative, so I think this is your best bet. Up next, we have one of my favorite combos, if not a favorite. For the agent, we have the Bloody Silent Daryl for 44 euros combined with Super Conductor gloves in field tested condition for 4,500 euros and a Karambit Gamma Doppler Phase 1 in factory new condition for 2.5 thousand euros. I think you can see why this is one of my favorite combos. Obviously for the agent, the silvery watch combined with the cyany dials on the watch looks really nice when you have superconductor gloves that pair 1-to-1 with a karambit gamma doppler phase 1 diamond gem, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Some of my favorite combos definitely, especially on the sun. You can see the blade turns completely diamond looking. It is way too expensive, obviously. If you maybe want to get this for yourself, you can spare some money on the gloves. Get ballast guard gloves. You will spare a lot of money actually. Ballast guard are around 1.2k and they still look decently good, I think. The only problem is the knife, which will always be expensive. There is no getting around that. And then even still, when getting the gloves in ballast guard, this combo will cost you around 3.6 thousand, 3.7. But still, maybe you want it. It is possible for you to get it, obviously, and you definitely won't regret this if you ever buy it. This is my dream combo. I would love to own this, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. The reason why I'm showing you this is because it's a nice combo. Despite it being so expensive, it looks really nice, so I had to show it to you. Up next, we have some of my favorite mid-tier combos, starting off with the Bloody Devil Royal Agent for 60 euros, combined with Overtake gloves in a minimal wear condition for 170 euros, and a Stiletto Tiger Tooth in factory new condition for 250 euros. Now, this is some of my favorite combos, and I assume you know why. For the watch, it pairs perfectly with the Tiger Tooth color tone, I must say, and it even pairs nicely with the yellow on the Overtake gloves. As you can see, the Stiletto has this brown handle, which pairs amazingly well with the brown on these gloves. And the Tiger Tooth obviously pairs nicely with the yellow on the gloves. It is not the same color tone, but it still matches absolutely amazing. For such a cheap price, when you combine everything, it's really not that expensive. It will cost you around 500 euros, and for this combo, I think it's well worth it. If you like Tiger Tooths, if you like the color yellow or gold even, you should definitely consider getting this. You could go for other Tiger Tooths, but Stiletto matches absolutely perfectly because of its brown handle, so I don't think you should change that. But again, if you really dislike the Stiletto, you could go for another Tiger Tooth. And lastly for this video, we have the Primero Tenente Agent for 50 euros, combined with Hedgemage gloves in field tested condition for 7.5 thousand euros, and a Bayonet Emerald for 2,000 euros. Now, obviously you saw the thumbnail, this is this combo, and now I know the agent, the sleeves don't really fit, but when you look at the agent, like when people look at you in-game, the agent looks absolutely amazing with these gloves, trust me. Now again, if you don't like the sleeves, you could go for a sleeveless agent, obviously. It's really hard to pair this color tone of green on the Hedgemage gloves. It's really hard to pair. So people usually go for sleeveless agents, and the Bayonet pairs really nicely, obviously. But here's a recommendation: if you don't like the Bayonet Emerald, you could go, because the Emerald doesn't really pair perfectly with Hedgemages, let's be real, can go for an M9 Black Laminate. Now hear me out, it looks absolutely amazing, you should check it out for yourself. So there you have it guys, those are all of the combos I had for you today. If you enjoyed, please drop a like, subscribe, and of course comment down below, because I will make sure to answer, as it truly helps me out a lot to connect with you guys. And I really love when you like the video, obviously, who doesn't? Every YouTuber does. And if you want to see more stuff like this, again, comment down below, and I will make sure to fulfill your wishes. And that would be all. Hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.